Good afternoon. Take your spot in our presidential table.
Hello, hello. Thanks, Anthony. Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone here. Take a seat. I'd like to welcome, I know it's been a very difficult past few days, especially for our country, given the typhoon. And I'm sure everyone here has done their own parts in helping out. And I'd like to reassure everyone that Clear is also doing its part. So that's why we've decided to make the Clear Dream match an entirely non-profit match. 50% of the proceeds will be given to typhoon relief efforts, while the remaining 50% will still be given to the Tuloy sa Don Bosco Foundation, so that we continue our commitment in helping them out. So I'd like to welcome everyone to the Clear Dream Match press conference. As you all know, Clear is the #1 men's shampoo in the world, and I think it's only fitting that Clear supports the #1 sport in the world, which is football. And we all know that even though it's not as popular in our country as in other countries, but we're doing our part to grow the sport. And what better way to do that than to bring in the best of Philippine football in one match? At the same time, we're bringing in 2 international football legends. We have a FIFA World Cup champion and a FIFA World Player of the Year. We have Fabio Cannavaro. We have a Chelsea football legend. We have Dennis Wise as well. Multiple championships in the FA Cups. And our one clear goal is really to inspire the next generation of great Filipino footballers. And we're doing this by having this match so that even our professional players from the UFL, from the national team, from our collegiate leagues, will be able to learn firsthand from these football greats, football players. At the same time, we're doing football clinics so that they can also share their football knowledge and expertise to our young footballers here in the Philippines. And there, I'd like to welcome everyone. I'm inviting everyone to watch the Clear Dream match this Saturday. Hope you've already chosen your side for Team Phil. If you're Team Phil or Team James, bawal you can't play in the middle. You really have to choose a side, like Kathy has already chosen a side. So we'll have the match this Saturday, 7:30 at the University of Makati Stadium. And I hope to see you all there.
Drew, a lot of the members of the media are wondering, how difficult was it to bring in these 2 legends to Philippine soil?
Actually, it all started out. That all started as a dream. Really, we didn't know it was really gonna be into. It was really gonna happen. It was just a dream of the brand and also a dream of Clear, a dream of the young husbands. And actually, we just started negotiations, and then we asked them who they wanted to play with in the Clear Dream match, and they said these 2 names we have, which we'll be introducing in a while. It was sort of difficult to start, but actually they were very open. They were very, very willing to share their love for football to our fellow countrymen. And then when we told them that football is still growing in the country, they got more excited because they love the game of football and they want to continue to share it, not just, especially here in the Philippines, so that they can also do their part in growing the sport.
Well, in just 2 days, of course, on Saturday, we are going to have the second Clear Dream match. For all of you who may be wondering what's going to be happening this coming Saturday, we have a video here to show you the road to the Clear Dream match going to be held this Saturday evening.
Football is my life. It means everything to me. Everything I've earned through my life, everything I've done. Sleep football, I drink football, I eat football, really. That is what football is like to me. So thankful to football. And without football, I wouldn't be where I am. I don't think you can get any closer brothers. I could say we're the best of friends. So everything we've done together. We always share each other's opinions. I mean, without James, I wouldn't be where I am.
Look to my kingdom, I was finally there. Sit on my throne and the Prince of Bel-Air.
But we are very competitive.
James is the serious one when it comes to the games. That's why he's the team captain.
I want to always win. I always want to be top. I always want to be the best.
Phil, for one, is very competitive.
No, I just hate losing. I mean, I always want to win.
They're very motivated and very driven individuals. They want to succeed in whatever they're doing.
In last year's Clear Dream match, I think Phil was very wise in his draft picks. Picked a lot of players who play together a lot.
Because you see, last year, Phil picked all the good defenders. Then he got the good goalkeeper. Why? Because Phil is a striker.
Because I'm the older one, I have to let Phil sometimes get what he wants.
It's a chance for us to be independent. So this gives us a chance to find those margins where maybe I've got something he hasn't, or vice versa.
some new things. We're really shaking things up because we want to give you one of the biggest and most memorable football matches in Philippine football history. So we're gonna bring in the best of Filipino football, the likes of Carly De Murga, Anton De Rosario, Chifi Garigdong. We can keep a clear head under the heat and pressure of one of the biggest football matches in the country.
This year it's going to be bigger and better.
Yes, I'm more excited this year because this year it's about revenge and it's personal this time.
I think this year we're going to go a step further. We're going to go that extra mile.
I mean, last year it was a success. I feel like this year it's going to be even bigger, even better.
I think it's going to be faster, more competitive.
It's going to be a little bit more serious because we have two, I guess, international soccer stars coming out here. I mean, they're legends.
Cannavaro, he played in one of the biggest teams in the world, like Real Madrid. 2006, he won the Golden Ball as a defense.
Growing up in England, Dennis Wise was a very renowned player. He was a very influential player in a very, very strong Chelsea team.
Wise and Cannavaro will be a dream come true to play with.
I really want to play with Cannavaro.
And then it would be an honour to play on either of their teams.
It's just going to be an incredible experience and something that I'll be telling my grandkids.
It's going to be more competitive between me and James. Obviously, James is looking out for revenge.
So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm taking it more serious. My preparation is going to be so much better.
He lost the first game, so he's going to be wanting to win this one.
The two guys that will be selecting who they want on their squad. So who is first for Team Phil?
First on my list is...
And ladies and gentlemen, let's now welcome in the team captains, James and Phil Younghusband. Hello, gentlemen. How are you? How are you? Take your respective seats. And of course, to start things off, maybe a few words from both you gentlemen. We'll start with James.
Good afternoon, everyone. Exciting to be here. I'll speak from the heart now. I've really been making it really intense with Phil. I'll speak from the heart this time. Me and Phil, we came here with a dream of making football more popular here. Really bringing it up and kind of giving more opportunities to the Philippines, especially for the young kids here, because we see so much potential here. And thank you so much to Clear for giving us this opportunity, for bringing over these football legends and having them participate in this exciting game on Saturday. And it's going to be fantastic. And I just can't believe it's happening. I was saying to Phil in the car ride here, who 3 years ago when me and Phil were sitting in a one-bedroom condo with our mum, trying to start off here in the Philippines, that we'd have the likes of Fabio Cannavaro and Dennis Wise here and getting to play football with them and perform in front of the Filipino people. So maraming salamat in your heart, and thank you very much for this, and Clear, and thank you to all the management, all the people involved, and to all the legends for both legends coming here. So thank you very much.
Very well said, James. Phil, let's hear from you.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. First of all, thank you to everyone here for coming. I think this is a testament to how much football has grown in the last few years. And thank you to everyone here who's supported football and helped the progression of football grow. Thank you also to Clear for this opportunity. I mean, this doesn't happen very often, and especially bringing in two legends like Dennis Wise and Fabio Cannavaro, it doesn't happen often. And to have the experience just to watch them live and play with them and coach them and manage them and just see them in person, it's a dream come true for us. And so we're very thankful for this opportunity. As James said, and as the video showed, how the competition between James and me is intense, it's high. We're in the car traveling together, nice to each other, but deep down inside we're thinking about our strategies, how we can get one over the other and things like that. But James and I mean, we're very close and we're brothers, and I think this is a great event and perfect, and it was so great last year and it's even better this year. So obviously thank you to Clear and everyone for being here, and we're looking forward to the game. So maraming salamat po.
Okay, gentlemen, let's start to break down the teams that you guys have put together. We have the lineups here respectively. Let's start with James first. What were you looking at when you put your team together for Saturday's match?
I'll explain the story actually. I actually landed 2 days before the draft, and I met up with our coach, Team James's coach, Freddie Gonzalez, for a quick coffee, and we were aiming more because we didn't actually know who we'd have, Fabio Cannavaro or Dennis Wise, so we tried to get a right balance. But obviously after the result last year, I was very keen on making my defence stronger, which is why my first pick was a centre-back, and Freddie recommended Eves, and we're really trying to build a back line and aim more defensive this year because I didn't want to lose like last year.
Okay, let's throw it over to Phil. Phil, what were you looking for when you came up with the composition of your squad?
Okay, sorry, little story, just to show what a great courier James is. Basically, we were scheduled to do a radio interview, and Kathy told me and James about the interview, and we were leaving for Indonesia on that day. So we were leaving for Singapore on that day.
Don't even know the story.
So we didn't. So we said, oh, we were leaving for Singapore, so we have to be at the airport. We don't know if we can make it. So we decided, okay, we can't do the radio interview. Okay, Kathy sends me a schedule every week to show what appointments I have, and on that schedule there was no radio interview. So the night before, my assistant comes up to me and says, Phil, there's an interview, radio interview. I say, no, it's not on the schedule. Look, I've checked, I've double checked, it's not on the schedule. Then the next morning, people were tweeting me, Phil, why aren't you at the radio? Why aren't you radio? James is here, why are you not here? Okay? Then I call Kathy and I say, Kathy, why am I not at the interview? James is there, I'm not there, people are asking where I am. Kathy tells me James, just the night before, said he could do it. Okay, so he made sure I couldn't go to the interview. So that's how intense the rivalry is. Sorry, short.
All I say is, you snooze, you lose.
This is my older brother who's supposed to look after me and supposed to be my courier, so thanks, James.
Let's have a friendly competition.
Sorry, no, well, I chose Carly, but Carly got injured. I've actually had 3 players who are unable to participate due to injury. But I've had good replacements come in. But I chose Carly because Carly's a very good player. Also, he can play. I didn't know how the second part of the draft was handpicked out of the hat, and I didn't know which players I would have. So at least if I had Carly, I knew he could play midfield, centre back, right back, and Minho was another choice I made. So my strategy was being able to anticipate that if the draw didn't go well, I could adjust. So that was my strategy.
Okay, now with the addition, of course, of these 2 international stars, let's start with James. What does Fabio Cannavaro bring to you in your squad?
I got to meet him this morning. Great guy. I was really nervous at first, and he's a really great guy. Great to him and Dennis Wise. And I think most important thing he brings experience to the team. He brings that professionalism. Yeah, he likes that word. Because as I said earlier, we're coming to the Philippines, having players like this come over. I think young kids especially. We had Diane Casillo's son Matty here. Get to see what it's like to be a professional. Get what it's like, how you present yourself, how you prepare for games, how thinking about football 24/7 is. And Fabio Cannavaro is biggest professional, captain of Italy, lifting the World Cup in 2006. And to be honest, it's great to have him part of Team James.
Okay, over there, Team Phil, what does Dennis Wise bring to you in your squad?
I mean, Dennis is someone I've idolised since I was very young. He was at Chelsea Football Club, same club that James and I were at the academy. And then obviously Dennis is a true professional. I mean, he brings a lot on the field. I mean, his tackling, his experience, his communication, his distribution. But then also off the field, that communication, he's able to help other players, make other players better. And I think as an all-round player, he's perfect for Team Phil, and he's really going to give us a big advantage in the game.
Okay, right now they keep talking about these legends. Let's bring them in. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest players to captain Chelsea. He cemented his legacy as a football legend with the Blues. He became the most successful club captain at that particular time as he lifted the FA Cup in 1997 and 2000, League Cup in 1998, and UEFA Cup winners in 1998, Please welcome Dennis Wise. And the next gentleman, nicknamed the Berlin Wall, Cannavaro has been at the heart of some of the world's greatest clubs in Italy. He played for Parma, Inter Milan, and Juventus, winning premier prizes such as the Serie A Cup, and of course, a whole lot of others. He won La Liga titles alongside the likes of Raul, Roberto Carlos, and David Beckham, one of the greatest captains for Italy. Let's call in, who else but Fabio Cannavaro. Already being accommodating to some of our young kids that have been anxiously awaiting these two gentlemen. Welcome to Manila. Okay, let's allow the pleasantries first, and then things are gonna get bloody.
Let the battle begin.
I think so. Okay, we're gonna start over. Dennis came in first, so we'll give him the chance to speak first. Dennis, welcome to the Philippines. What have you heard about the country before you actually set foot here?
It rains a lot, but no. To be honest, it's a lovely place. They've looked after me so far really nicely, and the people have been great. Really looking forward to this game. It's something we're going to enjoy, but also I'm here to win. The result last year obviously was 5-1. We want to try and make it 6-1. I know they've got the Berlin Wall on their side, but we're not worried. Honestly, we're not worried.
Okay, now we've got a rejoinder here from Fabio Cannavaro. I heard you were actually here earlier. Even had a chance to go to Boracay, I believe. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so let's talk about how you like our beach first, and then let's talk about the match in particular.
Yeah, the problem I saw just the room in Boracay because a lot of rain, and I feel sorry. I need back to Philippines next time when the weather is much better.
Okay, before you leave, we'll throw you back to Boracay. Let's talk about the match in particular. What do you think? What are you expecting this coming Saturday?
We want to win. Of course, we are here for win. I feel sorry for you guys, but this year we want to improve with the teams, but also we want to win.
Have you actually had a chance to talk to James about the team composition you have? Do you know who you're going to be playing with, or that will still come a little bit later on today?
Yeah, today we have the first training, and we can have the opportunity to chat.
Okay, right now a lot of our members of the media, I'm sure, are excited to throw in their questions. So we have Rick on the floor, I believe, who will help me to coordinate. Who wants to throw the first question, Rick? Can you just designate whoever wants to throw the first question? Did we cover everything? Nobody wants to ask a question.
Questions?
Please, gentlemen.
Can you introduce yourself first?
There, Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, Bob from Yahoo Sports. This is for Dennis Wise and Fabio Cannavaro. How are your levels of fitness now? Are you fully 100% match fit?
Bob, did you see how well built these guys are?
Yeah, I know.
Look at them.
I'm fitter than you.
Sorry, big man. I know that. Just about everybody in this room is.
My fitness is. Sorry, big man. Sorry. It was a joke, honestly. I still run and I still work out, and I try to. I think one thing that I was made sure when I finished playing football was not to obviously put weight on. I think a lot of players nowadays I've seen put weight on, so I'd still train. I'm not as fit as I was when I stopped playing. When I was playing, sorry, but I still am fit and I can still run about and work hard.
Okay, let's see what Fabio's got to say.
Now I assistant coach in Dubai, so I with the one team. Sometimes I play with them, but I don't know if I'm fit to play day after tomorrow. So I feel sorry. Maybe
Good to
I
hear.
come back.
Anybody else, please? I'm sure our members of the media are so excited to ask their questions. Ryan, over there, that side. Go ahead.
I'm going to ask Drew. Is the pitch in... this is Ryan from Interaction, by the way. I'm going to ask if the pitch in University of Makati is befitting the guest we have here, World Cup champions Fabio Cannavaro, and of course Dennis Wise.
Yeah, we checked it Tuesday morning as well as yesterday and today, and it's really playable. It's in good condition. Aside from just renting the venue, we made sure to add additional preparations for the grass. Make sure it's much playable for our football legends right now. So there, I'm excited for you guys to see it also and to watch the game.
All right, we have another question here.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'm Roy from GMA. I'm English myself, so it's nice to meet you guys in the Philippines of all places with football. So that's great. Football can mean a lot to people. Could you just tell us firstly about like how you, what football means to you guys? Obviously, it's a 24/7 thing, and how powerful football has been for you personally.
I think it's one is when you're a young kid. I think you want to. I think most kids want to nowadays be a footballer, and I think it's been wonderful. I've had the opportunity, and I think it's important to work hard as a young kid and to try and give yourself as much chance as you can. Some unfortunately don't make it, some do. And I was fortunate enough to make it, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. I've made sure that I have, because it's very precious. It can end very quickly. So I think it's important to work very hard and to do the best that you can. You know, and sometimes I watch some when I was playing, I used to try to advise some of the younger ones to enjoy what they've got at the moment, and that's all you can put across to them, and hopefully they do it.
Fabio?
I agree with my friend, but because if you want to be a football player, you need to be professional. But I know you love me, but it's very important. Not only in the field, but also in your life. 24 hours, you need to think. You need to be focused in your objective.
We have another gentleman over there,
Good
please.
afternoon. I'm Mikel De Guzman from Soccer Central Philippines. I asked this question first to both Fabio and Dennis, then to Phil and James. Fabio and Dennis, you have played with the best players in the world in your clubs. How's the opportunity of playing here in the Philippines along with Phil and James? And for the Phil and James, the possibility of your teams playing against the two best players in the world.
We'll start with our guests first. Fabio?
I think it's a good opportunity for us to share our experience to them, because this one is important now here in the Philippines, because we want to we want to try to improve the football here. So it's a good opportunity for us, I think.
I think what these two guys sitting on my right have done for the Philippines is fantastic, you know, and they've obviously, along with a lot of other people that are sitting down that you don't hear about, have obviously tried to improve the game in the Philippines and tried to make people stand up and look at Philippine football. And I think what they're trying to achieve, and I'm sure one day it may happen, is develop the grassroots of the Philippines kids and get them one day maybe to play or qualify in a World Cup. You know, and I think that is a massive ambition for these guys, and I think they're starting here with what they've been doing. I think they've been starting a long time before, but now they're starting to progress even more. And I think it's full credit to these two guys here, and I'm glad that I've come over and being involved in this game, and I'm really looking forward to it.
We'll now go to the two team captains. Who wants to go first? James?
I'll go first. Okay. I said this earlier in an interview. I think there was lots of players who wanted to be involved in the Clear Dream match last year. But this year there's been high demand of players wanting to be involved when they heard the likes of Cannavaro and Wise will be involved. I even have, unfortunately we couldn't give everyone a game on Saturday. Every team was limited to a certain amount of players. Just shows how much people want to be involved in this game. I'm even getting my friends from high school tweeting me, get me involved, get me involved. But they're tweeting you. You're gonna follow me back? Yeah. No, but these guys, like having them here, it's a great honour, fantastic. And I say, whoever wins on Saturday, Team James. Yes, it will be Team James or Team Phil. The real winner, I believe, is Philippine football. To have the likes of these legends here, really promoting the sport here and pushing and showing that football does so much for people's lives and helps unite people together.
Phil?
Yeah, first of all, thank you to Drew and Clear. Thank you for bringing in the two guys here. And then obviously thank you to Dennis and Fabio for accepting the opportunity to come here. I mean, you ask any player involved, it's going to be something to remember, and it's going to be a dream come true for all of us to say and to know that we've had the privilege of playing with and against Dennis and Fabio. But it's not just play. We also have the chance to learn from them. I mean, especially as football players, we'll see what they do off the pitch, we see what they do on the pitch, and we can learn a lot, and that will help us improve as players, that will help Filipino players improve, and then we can bring that into our game. So we're very thankful to have these two guys here, and it means a lot to all of us. But it's a dream come true for me personally, and I'm sure the players will say the same.
Rick, who do you have there?
Yeah, one last question. Bong Pedralbes of Business Insight Malaya. Fabio, marhaba. I think you know what that means. Marhaba. Alan. Oh, Alan. Anyway, it's Arabic for hello. Cheers, Mr. Wise. Ultimately, it would be really difficult. First of all, we're privileged that both of you are here. Some of us have goosebumps the fact that 2 years ago we had David Beckham with LA Galaxy, and now 2 years later we have both of you. Ultimately, because it took probably Clear much convincing for both of you to come over. Ultimately, what motivated you to come over and play for the Philippines? For these two young guys, respective teams.
I think what I said earlier,
Yes.
the two guys that are sitting on my right have a vision for this football in Philippines, and that's something that they want to achieve and want to help as much as possible. And I think we, by coming over here, can help the situation slightly. I think Kathy was saying maybe 2 years ago, you'd have had 3 people in here, or she'd have asked all the people to come. Now you have 50, 60. And I think now that is something that is improved on, and that's why, because of these two guys, and because now you're starting to invite certain people to come over here to make them look at Philippine football, you know, and I think that's the reason why we came here, to be part of something that these two guys, maybe in a few more years' time, you'll see 200 in here, and it'll improve and improve over the years, and get better, you know. Hopefully you can get a lot of teams to come over and play the Philippine teams, and improve it that way. So, and that's how it develops. So I'm glad to be here, to be part of something that these guys are trying to achieve.
Senor?
Yeah. No, it's true. It's a good project. You know, they make a lot of pressure in this project. They want to improve the league, the level of the football here. So I think it's very nice for this. I'm here.
Okay. Follow-up question for you, Senor.
In Arabic, no.
No. Abi mushkila. Atir mushkila. Anyway, are you sticking? He's sticking to 6-1. What do you think? 6-1.
Final score.
Score over Team
I
James.
don't want to get score. So for me, 0 is good.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bong.
I'm a defense. No, for me, when I do my job after.
All right. Team captains, 6-1. James? What do you think?
6-1 to us, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm being honest.
Maybe 1-0 is okay.
We're not thinking about scorelines, Team James. We're just thinking about getting the big W. So.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bong. Over there.
3-0. 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody giving their own predictions already.
That's pretty bold, Anthony. We have one last question over here.
Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Jonas Terrado from Manila Bulletin. This question is for both Mr. Wise and Fabio. When you go back to after this tournament, will you encourage other football legends or maybe current footballers in your countries to come here and help in the progress of football?
We'll start with Dennis, please.
Yeah, that's something that I think we'll talk about after and have a chat. And they need any contacts to get in touch with certain people, by all means. You know, and if I go back and a few of my friends ask me about the Philippines, I would say yes, go over there. It's a lovely place, and it'll be a great opportunity to come and play and go and play football. And I think a lot of teams nowadays do go out in different countries and different places to play. And yes, I would say to them, come here and enjoy the football and enjoy the place because it's lovely.
Fabio?
Of course, and I think it's good opportunity for everyone to come in Philippines to share the experience, and because you are friendly people, and I know it's the football is not the first sport here, but I met the people in the last 20 hours, and they have a lot of passion about the football. So this one is the most important. I hope in the future we can have one of the best player in the world from Philippines, and I think is your wish, no? Inshallah, we see in Dubai. So good luck for your project.
You have a question over there?
Yeah, we have
please?
one more question here for Randy.
Hello to Fabio and Dennis. Welcome to the Philippines. I'm Randy Kaluwag from Manila Standard. What are you currently doing now? Well, I mean.
Sitting here talking to you.
I mean, sorry. I mean, what keeps you busy? What keeps you busy?
I do a lot of TV stuff, but what I decided to do for a little while was take a bit of time out. The reason why is because I have 3 children. They're young, and what I thought was correct from a family point of view was to spend time with them. I think because when you're a manager, and I was a manager for a little while, you are 24/7, and sometimes it's quite unfair on the family because you don't see them. So that's what I do TV. I do other lots of different stuff, but I decided to take a little bit of time out more than to spend with the family more than anything.
Thank you, Dennis. Fabio, what's been keeping you busy?
Yeah, I want to be coach in my life because now I'm an assistant coach in Dubai. I like the job, and of course in the future I want to be coach, maybe national team coach. If you want.
Oh, Phil and James, you know what you're.
Can we afford this?
Anybody else?
But
Friends
you
from
need
the
to be
media?
professional, eh?
Do we have anybody else,
No,
Rick?
that's it, Anthony.
Okay, so right now we're going to give our friends from the media, specifically our photographers first, their first chance, and then we'll have the video guys after. So unahin muna natin yung photographers. Gentlemen, can you please stand? We want to give our photographers an opportunity to take their shots for tomorrow's paper. Right behind, there you go. Gentlemen, thank you. Okay, photographers, please take your spots. Rick will be coordinating that down there. I'll be coordinating it up here.
Okay, so let's.
Gentlemen, can you move right closer? I think right by the chair.
Okay. For those who need to take your shots, just raise your hands.